Hi everybody, I'm making a new kind of video today. It's not going to be my normal paint pouring just for this time. Just trying to get going on some Christmas crafts. So what I'm doing today is making glitter ornaments. I'm going to turn these into little Grinch ornaments. This is the first time I've done glitter ornaments, so I wanted to test out a few before I actually started videoing. What I'm using today, I got these 6 ornaments. I ordered them off of Amazon. They are disc ornaments. They're not totally round. I'm trying to get the box so you can see. So I ordered these. This time of year, these ornaments are hard to come by. These are 3.15 inch. There comes 6 to a box, and honestly, I don't remember what I paid for them. So they're round, but they're flat, and that's more conducive for me for putting the vinyl on. You don't have to worry about such a sharp curve. So what you need today are some ornaments. You can do this on the perfectly round ball ornaments, just a little bit trickier to get your vinyl on. So what you're going to need, ornaments, you're going to need some extra fine glitter. This I got at Hobby Lobby, and the color of this is lime. I have not tried this with just regular glitter. I don't know why it wouldn't work as well. And there has been some debate. A lot of people use polyacrylic, which is what I typically use to cover my paintings in, to give it a protective surface. It's kind of expensive, so I didn't really want to use that. So I've heard you can use Mop and Glow. I heard you could use the floor protectant. I think it's called Future, which those are like floor waxes for floor polishes. I couldn't find either one of those things at my local store, so I ended up getting this Pledge Revive It, which is a floor gloss, perfectly clear. And as you can tell by the ornaments that I've done already, it seems to be working perfectly. It is sticky. I got a little bit on the outside of one of the ornaments, and so I can tell that it's very sticky, and I think it'll work perfectly for this. So what I've done here, I made a little cup contraption, because once you put the Pledge or whatever you're using in the ornament, you need to let it drip out for a couple minutes. So I just came up with that so it would hold the ornament up, because if you didn't have that, it wouldn't stand up. So that'll just work for that. All I did was put 2 pieces of painter's tape around it, and then tape that to the cup just to make it sturdy, and it just forms right to it. Works perfect. Made myself a little funnel here out of just a piece of cardstock. I guess that's an old school, you know, elementary school 60s, 70s hack. We were forever making funnels out of paper for things. I did tape the inside to try to not have the glitter get in between the 2 pieces of paper there. Tape pretty good around the outside. It fits perfectly in the ornament. And I left the little corner on there. It just helps when I'm trying to pour the glitter. It gives me something to aim at. If I had to cut that off and it would have just been a plain cone, it would have been a little bit harder to get the glitter in there. So that's just my tip to you. So when you're putting the Pledge or whatever you're using into the ornament, you want to make sure to try to not get any air bubbles in there. So you want to put it in there slow. You want to drip it down. And I'm already seeing there are about 3 air bubbles in there, so I'll try my best to work that out. Now you want to put about a tablespoon of whatever it is that you're using for these. Okay? About that much. That's probably too much, but I'm going to pour the excess out, and I can use it on the next ornament. So what you're going to do, you're just going to take this and you're going to just roll it around, and you're going to make sure that every spot on the ornament is covered. And I do have some bubbles in there, but I believe once I turn this up, they will roll out. But you want to be careful not to get a whole bunch of bubbles in there. So you're just going to be turning this side to side and angling it towards the opening as you go, just a little bit. And even though this is clear, when you look at the bulb, the ornament, you can tell if it doesn't have any on it. So once I get to the edge, I'm still turning, but I'm leaning, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'm just pouring it into the cup as I go around. Okay, and I've got just a couple bubbles in there, and they're sliding down, so they should probably slide out while it's resting. Okay, I had already done these two before I decided I was going to start videoing, so now I'll show you how to do the glitter. I just put my funnel in. You're going to put about a tablespoon or so of glitter in here. You can always add more. And I'm probably going to need more than that. Let me just use some of this that's already in this cup. None of this is going to go to waste because we're going to put it right back in that cup and just keep using it and going around with it. So now you're going to do the same thing with the glitter. You're going to just turn it over. You're going to make sure that, and you want to go kind of slow. You're going to just turn it and rotate it, and you're ever so slightly angling it to the opening of the ornament. So you're getting closer and closer to the edge of the ornament. Okay, I'm all the way up to the neck of the ornament now. It looks like I have awesome coverage all on the inside. So now, this is my glitter jar, not my pledge. You need two different cups. So now, as I'm rotating it, you can see that it's coming into the neck of the ornament, and any excess that comes to the edge is going to fall into the cup. Now, just to make sure that I get the neck of this ornament coated just as well as the inside, I'm going to put my thumb over the hole. I'm going to do it like that so that my thumb is on the bottom, and so any glitter that's in the ornament should be resting on my thumbnail, therefore filling up the neck of the ornament. Then I'm just going to shake it. You can feel it moving up and down, and if it's missing any places on the inside, this should cover it up, but it looked like I had really good coverage before I did that. I was just trying to make sure I got the neck of the ornament. Okay, you're going to hold it back over the cup, take your thumb off, and you're just going to get the rest of that glitter out of there and into that cup. You want to make sure that you lean the ornament both to the right and to the left, because that glitter tends to hide right there if you're just going straight down. So you want to move it to the right and to the left, tap it, and there you have a perfectly glittered ornament, ready for vinyl in just a little bit to turn him into a Grinch face, and I will come back when I get ready to do the vinyl. Okay, back for part 2 of our ornament making video. So earlier I was showing how I glittered the ornaments. Everything, I gave it time to dry. I'm hoping that I can stay in frame for this. Then I took a paper towel and some isopropyl alcohol, just wiped off the ornament real good, because the vinyl will not stick to it from where you were twisting it around and you got your fingers prints all over it, and it's, you know, greasy and oily from your skin, or if you've got lotion or whatever. So make sure you wipe that off real good with the alcohol and let it dry. I've printed out my Grinch face, got eyes in his face, and I've done a couple just because I had to get some practice down before I actually videoed. They're a little contrary, Even though this is not a round ball of an ornament, it still has some curve to it, and as you can see, it's pretty thin lines, but if you just take your time, you can get it to go on there. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put the eyeballs on the application tape, the yellow centers of the eyes. Well, and that one stuck to the back of the paper. Got that off. Okay, so now I'm going to line up. I'm trying really hard to get this close enough where you can see, yet where I can tell what I'm doing too. So I'm going to try to line up the yellows of the eyes before I press this down and get the whole thing on the application tape. You don't have to rub this real hard for this to come off the backing and stick onto the application tape. Okay, so now I'm going to peel that off there. So there's the face to go on the ornament. Now, what you need to do is line this up so that you can see. I'm going to line up the nose and this crease in the bottom of his face with the center of the ornament. I'm going to have to do it with it facing me because I can't work sideways. I'm not that coordinated. You want to make sure that you leave enough room for those eyebrows that stick up. And as you can see, I've got my ornament resting on the center of this painter's tape, so that keeps it from rolling around and wobbling all over the table. So there you can see how I'm starting to line it up. Now, as you can also see, it's going to be hard for me to just lay this down on there. So I start at the nose, which is in the center, and I start working my way out, just pressing the eyes, the little things by his cheek, his eyebrows. Okay, so I'm going to press those down. Then I'm going to come in here, whoops, with my scissors, and I'm going to make a cut in the transfer tape in between his mouth and his cheek right there. So if you can see that, I just cut that right there. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Alright, so now I've got all this pressed down. I'm going to start in this, well, I'm going to start in the center of his mouth, and I'm going to work my way towards the outside. Trying not to get, it's hard. Trying to lay that without getting a kink in my black vinyl. It doesn't matter that I've got a fold in my transfer tape, just as long as my vinyl is touching down on the bulb, on the ornament. This one is going to land on that transfer tape underneath it, so I'm not going to stick that all the way down. I'm going to take my popsicle stick, and I'm going to rub this down as best I can with my popsicle stick. You don't have to do it hard. Remember, you're working on a glass ornament. I'm going to take this corner, and I'm going to start rolling it back. Just making sure that the vinyl's stuck. Okay? Just rolling it back. Okay, so that's stuck down. Now I can push this other corner of his mouth down because I got that part of the transfer tape out of the way. Now I'm going to burnish his mouth down. And I'm sorry about this camera angle. I'm still working on trying to figure out my video setup so that it's handy for me to work and for y'all to see too. So I'm just going to pick this up now, and if it starts to lift just a little bit, you're just going to press it back down. Okay, take that off, and these aren't going to be getting washed, they're not going to be outside. You can just hand press that down just to make sure that it's stuck. We're going to put our little wire back in, and I don't know, it might just be me, but I have the hardest time putting these back in, and I want to do it easy because I don't want to scrub the glitter off the side as I'm pushing it in, but alright. So there we go. Oh, yes, I was probably just way out of angle, but there we go. And that's how I'm making my Grinch ornaments. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe to my videos. I'm going to try to be uploading some more videos than I have been lately. Hopefully I'll get on a regular schedule. Come back and see what I've got to share. Thanks. Okay, so there you have my Grinch ornaments. I did just want to come back in and say that if you get any of your whatever you're using to stick the glitter on the inside, whether it's this pledge like I used, or Mop and Glow, or Future, or whatever, I'm not sure about the polyacrylic for this, but I just used some isopropyl alcohol on a paper towel. I had a little on the outside of this one, and it wiped right off, cleaned right out. I did want to show you, I got a little bit off center on this one. You know, I was trying to keep the nose straight down the center. I don't know what happened, but he's a little bit sideways compared to this one. To me, it just makes him look like he's doing even more of an evil grin. So don't worry if you don't have it exactly centered. I think it still looks cute, just gives it a different facial expression to me. I hope you've enjoyed this video. We'll have more posted soon. Thanks for watching.